Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of everything you've ever wanted. The door is open. The light pours in. Your name is on the future you dreamed of, but your feet won't move, not because you're tired, not because you're unworthy, but because something inside you whispers, "What if I can't handle it? What if success ruins me in ways failure never could?" Why is it that when you're inches away from breaking through, you sabotage? Why does climbing scare you more than falling? Why do you flinch at the idea of being seen, celebrated, unstoppable? Could it be that, deep down, you fear success more than failure? And if so, what does that say about you and the world that shaped you? Let's step into the fire. There's a shadow in your psyche that doesn't fear falling, it fears flying. Carl Jung called it the shadow self, the parts of you you've buried, disowned, or denied. And sometimes what we bury most deeply is our own power. Because success demands exposure, it demands responsibility, it demands the death of the smaller self you've grown so comfortable with. And that, in itself, is terrifying. Friedrich Nietzsche warned that becoming who you are requires a long obedience in the same direction. But society never taught you how to obey your higher nature, only how to perform for applause or fail quietly in the dark. So you learn to fear the consequences of growth more than the pain of stagnation. Success means risking the unfamiliar, leaving behind the safety of self-doubt, and stepping into a version of you that no longer has excuses. And that kind of transformation, it's spiritual warfare. This fear of success doesn't scream, it whispers. It masks itself as procrastination, perfectionism, self-sabotage. You'll call it not ready, not good enough, or just being realistic. But it's none of those. It's your mind protecting you from expansion, because expansion means threat. Neurologically, your brain craves predictability more than achievement. Growth means chaos. Recognition means risk. And so, you hesitate. Culturally, we romanticize the underdog but crucify the one who rises too high. The successful are envied, dissected, dethroned. Deep down, you've seen it happen. Maybe to others, maybe to a younger version of you. And so, unconsciously, you choose comfort over calling, safety over soul. You weren't avoiding failure, you were avoiding the burden of being seen. To break free, you must betray who you've been trained to be. Not the failure, not even the dreamer, but the quiet architect of your own limitation. You must stop negotiating with fear, disguised as logic. Success isn't louder than failure, it's quieter. It arrives without applause. It shows up when you take the leap before the confidence kicks in. When you write the book before you believe you're an author. When you speak before you're sure anyone's listening. Look to those who shattered ceilings. Frankl, who found purpose in a concentration camp. Nietzsche, who rewrote God and meaning from isolation. They didn't wait for permission. They created a new center of gravity. This is your rebellion. Not to chase success, but to stop hiding from it. Here's the truth most never dare say. You were never afraid of failure. You were afraid of becoming so powerful, there'd be no one left to blame. Because real success forces you to confront the void. No more excuses, no more waiting. Just you, fully awake with nothing shielding you from your potential. And that's not comfortable. It's holy. The fear isn't that you'll fall, it's that you'll rise and finally see how small your cage always was. So now the question isn't, what if I fail? It's, what if I'm everything I've been avoiding? And if that's true, who are you now? Sit with that. The door is still open.